dear, they're not happy.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought.
Right, back to Chelsea's record ever transfer, beaten again in the space of 6 months. Enzo Fernandez for 105 million and 10 million more than that for Moises Caicedo. Welcome back to Football Therapy, ladies and gentlemen, with me, your host, Jan. I do hope you're doing well, friends. I really do hope that. Welcome back to Chelsea News. Yes, we are going to reference the saga. In the last video, we spoke about Kepa and Real Madrid, the really compelling twist of Kepa going to Real Madrid over Bayern Munich. Chelsea will look for a replacement for him. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed Kepa will not start for Chelsea tomorrow. Robert Sanchez is going to play in goal. I mean, if Bettinelli plays in goal, all bets are off, aren't they? No pun intended. So Sanchez will start in goal tomorrow. A little bit of an insight there for you guys. Has he had enough time to integrate with the team? Don't know. Surely goalkeepers don't need that much. You just tell him who to pass to when and hope for the best. I mean, he has trained with the team for a few days, so at least there's that. Today we're citing an article from Matt Law again talking about what's happened with the Caicedo deal. The Mirror have an exclusive. The Liverpool owner has flown to Chelsea and is not overly happy. He thought they'd signed Moises Caicedo. So it's a Caicedo episode. Strap yourselves in. Thank you for dropping a like on the video and thank you for subscribing to this channel, Football Therapy, because I am here to take you through the mania and the madness of Chelsea Football Club for this season and forevermore, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so first off, let's start with Matt Law and Sam Wallace, football correspondents for The Telegraph. Chelsea are on the brink of signing Caicedo in a British record worth £115 million. Bearing in mind, our first bid was £60 million. We've doubled, essentially, what our first bid was. Pochettino, this is his main target, so he better be happy. I still don't know how to feel about this, man. This is a biblical amount of money. Money in football is pretty gross generally, so I am doing the mental gymnastics of a football fan, trying to make it okay in my head because it's my club, it's my colour, it's my crest. But this is crazy money. Chelsea are sorting out the final terms of the deal after agreeing to better Liverpool's £111 million offer that was accepted by Brighton this week. Caicedo informed Liverpool that he only wants to join Chelsea Football Club, which has led to the London club back in, which is basically, so basically Brighton have gone, for ruddy heck, he's not going to sign for Liverpool, he only wants to sign for Chelsea. We have to open the bids again and allow Chelsea a chance to try and, seal this deal. Obviously they want it done as quickly as possible as well, Brighton, but you need your asset, your player that you're selling, to agree to join that club. So Caicedo kind of did us a big favour there, saying he'd only join Chelsea. So there was just 24 hours. A deal is close to being fully agreed. Chelsea are now confident they've beaten Liverpool to their top transfer target of the summer, who will infinitely improve their midfield, writes Matt Law and Sam Wallace. Well, good. I'm all for infinitely improving the midfield. The Telegraph Sport understands that Chelsea are expected to pay £115 million, so this is inclusive of add-ons, so I wonder how much it would actually be up front for Caicedo, who will sign a long-term deal at Stamford Bridge. Also, reports suggesting on Moises Caicedo that he has been texting Chelsea players, messaging them. Of course, you got like Enzo Fernandez liking social media posts saying that he's about to join. Obviously, it will be his midfield pivot partner, the duo in the engine room, Enzo and Caicedo. So he's been messaging Chelsea players. But Liverpool have since contacted Caicedo and tried to say, look, come join us, but he's told them no, and he's already speaking to the Chelsea players. And when that happens, odds are you're going to see the transfer happen to that respective club. Now, there's a little bit more on some other stuff here that we'll read, and then we're going to jump over to the Caicedo deal again through the Mirror. Chelsea have made a bid worth £55 million for Southampton midfielder Romeo Lavia, who has been a target of Liverpool as well. Of course, we spoke about that a couple of videos ago, how Klopp must be fuming with Chelsea taking all the Scouts' midfield targets. Sources believe Chelsea could sign the Belgian as well as Caicedo, but Caicedo is their priority to get sorted first. Meanwhile, in Real Madrid are set to sign Chelsea goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga following the, of course, Courtois did his ACL. Kepa has been targeted by Bayern Munich, but Real are now in need of a goalkeeper after Courtois suffered this injury that will keep him out for basically the season. It's understood Kepa is keen to return to Spain and join Real Madrid on loan. That is not expected to include an obligation to buy, probably an option. If he has a good season, though, playing for Real Madrid as the first choice while Thibaut's out, because he will be the first choice goalkeeper for Real Madrid for a season, and that's pretty big. I mean, that's one hell of a shop window job, isn't it? So he'll have a year left after that, and then, you know, you'd be able to sell Real Madrid's first team goalkeeper for something, right? Real Madrid might buy him. Or you just feel like you'd get something there. Chelsea, of course, signed Sanchez from Brighton to compete with Kepa, and the Blues will sign a replacement for Kepa. I think that is as a number 2. Kepa's Chelsea contract runs for 2 more years, and his loan for Real Madrid is likely to signal the end of his career. And excuse me, just burping there. And he's not going to play tomorrow for Chelsea against Liverpool. Right, so there's updates on that. Lavia and Kepa, incredible scenes. Might sign Lavia. We will assign a Kepa replacement, probably in my speculative brain, to play as a number 2. But the big story, of course, is Caicedo, this main transfer target. So this is an exclusive from John Richardson of the Mirror. He writes, the Liverpool owner, John W. Henry, flies in for Chelsea meeting amid Moises Caicedo transfer fury. Wow. So he is the principal owner of the Fenway Sports Group, essentially Liverpool's owner. There could be a frosty atmosphere at Chelsea's boardroom on Sunday after Moises Caicedo transfer battle with the Liverpool owners in town. Of course, they're coming to watch the game, I guess, at Stamford Bridge, probably in, the director's box, like looking at Bowley and Iqbali. Led by principal owner John W. Henry, members of the Fenway Sports Group have flown to London to take in the club's opening game at Stamford Bridge. They left the USA in belief that a British record for 110 million would be securing their player. So they left. They got on the plane and they were like, we've signed Caicedo for 110 million pounds. They got off the plane. Things had changed dramatically, but now they could miss out on the Ecuador international with Chelsea owner Todd Bowley gazumping Liverpool with a 115, this is a dick swinging contest, million offer in belief that he would prefer a move to the King's Road. That has been the reported thing here. Of course, we're moving also for Southampton's Romeo Lavia, which is also a Liverpool target. So you can imagine John W. Henry is upset. He and the rest of the Anfield board are frustrated and unhappy over how the Caicedo transfer business with Brighton has been conducted. They felt they had a good working relationship with the South Coast club. Heck, so I thought we did as well, but it turns out our good working relationship with Brighton turns out to be an involuntary prostate exam over and over and over. That's our relationship with Brighton. Have signed the Argentina World Cup winner. Yeah, because they signed McAllister from Brighton. Of course, they moved to sign James Milner as well. Brighton set a deadline for bids, with Liverpool's arriving just before the closure, and it was accepted. But in the knowledge of Caicedo preferred to join Chelsea, he since indicated that, basically, it's like we said before, Brighton opened up the bids again because Caicedo was like, I don't want to go to Liverpool. Lovely stuff. It's really an important thing to note here as well, that stuff got serious when big boy Bowley and Iqbali got involved. So it was being Paul Winstanley, the co-sporting director, was dealing negotiations with Moises Caicedo, probably like, I put a £60 million bid in, I put a £65 million bid in, I put a £70 million bid in. Hi Todd, they're not taking it. Can I do 80? If you think that's right, do 80. Oh, I'll do an 80. They rejected that as well. Liverpool come in and seemingly sign him. At which point, you know, record needles comes a final scratch. Bowley and Iqbali turn up. Here comes the money. And they got serious, just like they did. Iqbali, intervened with the Mudryk deal. He says, right, Arsenal and Mudryk, it's time for me to turn up with the wallet, cash money's baby. And he did, and he negotiated the deal himself and ensured that Chelsea signed Misha Mudryk, which of course we did in the end. Incredible scenes, the Chelsea owners getting involved. So, what do we know? £115 million. The final details of the structure is being sorted out before the contract will be signed. Caicedo has his heart set on Chelsea. He's messaging Chelsea players. It looks like it's done. Chelsea, once they get this done, they will consider finalising Romeo Lavia, so they could indeed take all Liverpool's central midfield targets like we've spoken about here on the channel before. Meanwhile, Kepa's deal to Bayern broke down, who are currently losing at large. Before I started filming, Kane's on the bench, which is wild. And maybe they do need to go Kepa. But he, understandably, Spanish international's chosen the behemoth, which is Real Madrid. Understandably, of course, he's going to choose Real Madrid. Great move for him. And like I said earlier in the video, it's a great shop window opportunity for us. We will get a replacement goalkeeper. It had been rumoured that we are going to look at Kasper Schmeichel, which... But apparently Simon Johnson of The Athletic has since come out and said, no, Chelsea aren't looking at Kasper Schmeichel. So, who are we going to sign? It could be Illan Meslier of Leeds, although we've heard him speak about a link to Chelsea before, the young French goalkeeper. He says, I'd love to come to Chelsea, but not as a number 2. He wants to play. He has been playing as a first-team goalkeeper in the Premier League for 1 or 2 seasons. So why would he want to suddenly become a number 2 when he's a young goalkeeper, young player? We've spoken about that. Young players need to play, especially goalkeepers, because you don't get like sub opportunities, do you? And like, especially in a team that's got no European football. So we'll have to see who is going to come in for Kepa Arrizabalaga. But Robert Sanchez almost certainly, well, he absolutely will start tomorrow. If he doesn't and we see Marcus Bettinelli start, then something is incredibly wrong here. No offense to Bets. Let me know what you think though. Please do leave your comments. Thank you for your continued support. It's a wild time at the moment, so keep it locked to Football Therapy, and I'll see you soon, friends. Peace.